Howdy, Possum Patty here, and I'm working on my watercolor coloring book sheet, so come on along. So this is part 2, and I have finished the sheet, as you can see. And it was quite the project. I did the outside of the honeycomb, and then I decided I needed to add a little bit more brown to the honey dippers, and a little bit more sparkle to the honey, and a little bit more green to the leaves, and a little bit more Payne's gray to the bees, and a little bit more blue to the blue. Well, that just went on and on and on. And while I was doing that, I decided that there was a lot of little white spots in the background yellow, so I went back and I put some more yellow, and then I put some more sparkle on the bees and on the jar, and I just got to the point where, okay, I'm done. And I finished it, and it is not perfect. It is far from perfect. There are lots of little mistakes. I don't know if you can see that. There's a little blue runoff there. But, you know, if you stand back and hold it at arm's length, it looks pretty good. We just won't give it the close inspection. Now, this page came out of this book, Wall Art Botanicals Color Remove Frame Hang. I bought this for 25 cents at a yard sale. It says $12.99. Ocean State Job Lot, which is like Ollie's or Odd Lot. $1.99. I found it on eBay for around $4, and on Amazon I found one that was $2 and something cents, I think it was. I can link that below, but there's only one, so if it goes, it goes. But the paper is very nice, and the drawings are funky. Love this elephant. Love the botanicals. It says botanicals, so why is there an elephant? Got some flowers on the elephant, I guess. So we're going to call the elephant a botanical. That's strange. Pineapple's botanical. Now, who would want to color this page? Now, this is not wall art. I wouldn't hang this on my wall. I wouldn't sit here and color each one of these little tiny leaves green. But I would take this and maybe make it some greens and then put a focal point and put it in my journal. But a lot of these images, I don't know, just don't seem like a wall art. The images are too small, so if you hang it up on the wall, you kind of lose the effect. But these would make cute little postage stamps to put in your journal. And this is interesting. This might look cute in a kitchen because the images are large enough. And like I said, I bought it used, so there is some coloring in here. Again, I would not put this on the wall. I wouldn't want to color it either. This is funky for your beach house. I don't know why the mermaid is a botanical, though. That's kind of abstract. I like the feathers, and what about a feather is a botanical? Botanical means plants, not feathers. Very deceiving. It's kind of a modern daisy. I love these insects. Now, if this was too big to put in on a journal page, you can cut some of these apart. I love this moth, and add that to your journal page. This would go good in my nature journal or my garden journal. And this artwork is by Lizzie D. And I like what she says here. She knew one day she would make it to her home. She loves making art for cool kids and quirky adults. Oh, I see what it says. I'm sorry. She grew up on the outskirts of New York City and knew one day she would make it her home. So she made New York City her home. And I said I would flip through. Again, I don't think that's wall art. It's even kind of busy for wallpaper. I like these kind of patterns because It does repeat, but there's a bigger mix of things and they're a little bit larger. Here's a little blueberries again. And I would take pieces of this and make it a journal page. Somebody colored that, but I could still use part of it. Now, this would make some interesting borders. Oh, there's an idea. Some of these other pages, you can cut that into strips and make them borders. But I would like that as a border. I love this moth. I don't know what to do about that blue somebody started there with a magic marker or pen or something. I could cut this in half and put half on a page. That would work. I like this. This is just a bunch of leaves. Again, this would look nice in a journal, but I wouldn't put it on my wall. There's a cute little bird here. And somebody started coloring that in, but I could cut out the bird and put that in a journal. So this belonged to Harper Lily, somebody. So I guess this was a little kid's book. They didn't color too much. I bought it for 25 cents. Okay, down to business. Now, this is my Bee-u-tiful journal. And I was trying to decide how to use this in the journal. And this is an interesting page. I think I did this. Did I do this with a jelly plate? I know that's a stencil. And this might go perfect with that. Should I cut it and make it a pocket? Or make a belly band across the page? So I have to cut this, I think. Two, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2. And that would leave me with 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. That could be a border, I guess. Or I could go this way, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2. I don't think it matters. So I'm going to have to cut this very carefully. I was almost thinking about getting my black glaze pen and going over these black lines. But there is really just too many black lines to try to do that. So I know I would mess it up. I'm not very good at geometrics. So, it's a nice day today. Went outside. Oh, we bought some plants over at the Walmart. It's funny, Walmart has a garden center, and with the weather, it was like dry. We were like over 2.5 inches deficit for rainfalls, and the humidity has been very low, and the sun very strong, and it's been breezy, and all of that dries out the plants very quickly, especially if they're in pots. And this Walmart has such a large garden center, and I think they were having a really hard time keeping all those plants watered. So then they start wilting and not looking so good, but then they put them on sale. And sometimes you can resurrect them. So anyway, this is information for my garden journal, isn't it? That's okay. We got a knockout rose for $4.97. I don't even remember what color it was. Oh, it might be yellow like our other one. So we put it down at the end of the stone wall by the driveway there, across from where the other one is. And we'll see if it survives. And I got a butterfly bush. That was full price, $22. Don't like to pay full price, I know. But then I got a hydrangea, one of those big blue flower balls, hydrangea. That was half price. So you take a chance with the half price ones, because you don't know if they're going to survive or not. This might be hard to cut out, going all these different ways. I think I'll distress around the edge with a little bit of a darker color. Mostly what I've been doing is trying to get outside and do a little gardening and just be out in the sun, get my vitamin D, walk around a little bit. Saw some more ferns, so that goes in my nature journal. So I got gardening journaling to do and nature journaling to do. We haven't really gone anywhere. Next week we're going to help my son move. So next week we'll be busy. Okay, I'm just going to probably finish cutting this off camera. Right, when you run out of things to say, because you're really not doing much. My son asked me, how was your day? I'm like, oh, it was good. I said, I'm not sure what I did, but it took all day. So which way am I going to go? This way or that way? I think I'll go this way. It's hard to make these angle turns. Oh, I didn't turn the camera off yet, did I? Oops, see, they can't turn that corner. Went the wrong way in that one. Okay. You knew that was going to happen. That's okay. Glue it back down. Okay. This is really hard. Go this way. You ever hear of pickleball? My son started playing pickleball. And the first time I heard of pickleball, I laughed so hard. Well, a friend of mine down in Pennsylvania, she belonged to the Y, and she was trying to tell me about pickleball, and all I could do was laugh. I said, pickleball, what is that? 2, 3, this one goes out. After all this work, I'm really trying not to ruin this. Okay, this one I'm going to have to patch up a little bit, but not too bad. And this has got a couple of funky places here, which you try to hide when you distress. Okay, it's a little too long. Oh, I don't want to cut the bee off. So, I gotta cut these top pieces off. That's too bad. Too bad. And that fits perfect. I got that little honeycomb in the background. And I don't know what's wrong with this piece here. Can get in there, I guess. So, as you can see, I'm going to make either a tuck spot or a belly band. I have this, still working on Mother's Day here. Mother's Day card from my son, which I think I'm going to cut. He said this reminded him of me. He says like something I would do, like a mixed media piece. I said, aw, or sweet. But I'm going to cut it because all the writing is on the back and I only need this piece here, and that can go right in there. And this is a tree-free card. What is it made from? Oh, recycled paper. Okay, so it's not tree-free. And is this going to fit? Just barely. Just barely. I might have to shave it a little bit. Okay, I de-stressed around the edge, and I've got some clips holding it down, so I'm going to use it like a belly band. I'm going to slip that card behind there when that dries. And I was thinking about putting a picture here. Now, I covered up what he wrote because he probably doesn't want that on YouTube. And this is an old picture of me with baby. So this picture is probably "41.5 years old, maybe. Because my baby's not so little anymore. Okay, I'm going to glue this down and then trim it to fit the card. This is when we lived in New Haven. Connecticut. Okay, I've got it glued down, and I am taking my Micron 005 and did a little sketchy line around the edge of the picture, and I am just doodling. Don't ask me why. Just because. Oh, I got these pens when I was in Michael's the other day. I don't know if I hauled this or not. Well, anyway, these are expensive. They're like $3 something a piece. So there was 3 in a packet for $9.99, And this was over on the side in the clearance bucket for $5. So it was half price, $5 for 3, which is a good price, like I said, because they're usually about $3 a piece. If you can find them cheaper than that, that's a good deal. And this is the 005, so it has a very, 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 very tiny thin point. But I've been journaling with this. I don't know why. I was using an 05 and 08, which are much thicker. Then I decided I really wanted to write more. And when I decided I wanted to write more, I went to a smaller nib. And this is very, very small, very fine. But maybe because then you can write more in a smaller space, I guess. I don't know. So I'm just being sketchy here. Okay, that belly band should almost be dry. I know this is not a lot of journaling for today, but I really wanted to get part 2 done. And out there and get started on the next project, which just may be another Mother's Day page, since I have this journal out, and there's some more family things I want to put on here. Some graduations and stuff. I wonder if I should go to the Dollar Tree and look for something about graduation. Because my grandniece graduated preschool, yay! And my nephew graduated Boston U. So that was very exciting. Okay, what do you think? Oops, sorry about the glare there. This is him up in a tree. Actually, this tree fell down, I think. Where is this? I don't remember where that was. Looks like an apple tree. Anyway, so let's check the page. Take off the clips. Dolores is a crafty buddy of mine who sends me wonderful things. I did little clips. Okay. I wonder if I should just stress around the edge. I know, I just keep playing and playing. I'm going to round the corner. Oops. And I'm going to just stress. And Dolores also gave me this dauber. I call it my Dolores dauber. And I think I'm going to take my pen and see if it'll write on this and do that flower. It's on the front. I was watching somebody do mixed media the other day, and I was like, oh my gosh, I haven't done mixed media in a very long time. So here's another one of those. It looks like in the original they did some pencil on there. But I love to do scribble flowers. Scribbling is one of my favorite ways of drawing. Can she stop playing? No, she cannot. See, now if I had done this as mixed media, I probably would have scribbled around the words a little bit. So that's what I'm doing. Oh, the movie that we watched last night was the Marvel, The Eternals, that Mr. Possum got at the library, and we got part of the way through, and it was scratched. And it kept stopping and stopping and stopping, and finally I had to take it out, and then my son said, oh, that's streaming. And so we put it on something. I don't know what it was on, Disney Plus or Paramount or I don't know, something. I don't know, he took care of it. So we watched the rest of it. Okay, I'm not going to show you the other side, but you remember what that looks like. And let's see if this will fit in or if I have to trim it some more. That should fit in. I measured it. It definitely should fit in there. Okay. There we go. All right. Well, I got one page done. That's good. That's good. And maybe I'll just leave this on the desk and start looking for something. Oh, I got to print out some pictures of Mama for another page. Should I make the whole first part of the book Mother's Day? Maybe I will, but that's all I'm going to do today. It took me quite a while to paint that. Oh, I know. What did I do with it? Where'd it go? This. All right, so I can use this on another page now. I can make a little tuck, or I can mount this on some paper, or I can make a border. So maybe I will use that again. Oh, open this back up. She's never done. She's never done. I don't know if I want to put it so close to that one though. Like here, turn the page, there it is again. I might save it or do something back here with it. Ooh, look at this page. Okay, I'm going to stick this back here to remind me to use it in that signature, just so I don't have two so close together. Okay, that's it for today. And I just want to thank you for coming back, watching part 2 of the coloring book page in my Bee-u-tiful journal. Oh, I have so much journaling in here to do. And again, this is the book I got the coloring page out of. So I just want to wish everybody happy coloring, happy junk journaling, happy daily journaling. Bye-bye.